Every time you get close to real money, something quietly goes wrong. An unexpected bill, a deal that falls through, a purchase you couldn't explain later, and some part of you already saw it coming. That part isn't unlucky. It's you, and it's been running the show since before you can remember. Here's what most people get wrong. They think they're just bad with money. That if they were a little more disciplined, a little smarter, the pattern would finally break. But this was never a discipline problem, and it was never a math problem. It's a program, one that was installed so early you've mistaken it for your personality. And the deepest version of it isn't a habit you have, it's a ceiling you built. Stay to the end, because you're the one who put it there, which means you're the one who can take it down. Start with the smallest thing. When money is tight, do you check your account more or less? Someone exactly like you, let's call him Ethan, has 41 unread emails from his bank. He hasn't opened the app in 9 days. He tells himself he's busy. He isn't busy. He's protecting himself. In 2009, behavioral economists Nicholas Carlson, George Loewenstein, and Dwayne Seppi published a study on what they named the ostrich effect. Looking at data from around 50,000 investor accounts, they found something strange. People checked their portfolios far more often when the market was rising, and stuck their heads in the sand when it was falling. The worse the news, the less they looked. That's not laziness, that's an emotional reflex older than logic. Not knowing feels safer than knowing. Ethan doesn't avoid his bank because he's careless. He avoids it because looking would make it real. And a man who won't look at the problem can never fix it. Which raises the question, where did that reflex even come from? Think back further than you want to. The way your family talked about money when you were small. The tension, the silence, the fights behind a closed door. You absorbed all of it before you had words for it. Ethan grew up hearing one sentence on a loop. People like us don't get to have that. He doesn't remember deciding to believe it. He just does. Financial psychologist Brad Klontz has a name for it. A money script. An unconscious belief about money absorbed in childhood that quietly runs your finances for decades. He tested the idea on 422 adults, and the pattern held. People who believe deep down that they don't deserve money will sabotage the success they claim to want. But here's the part that should stop you cold. In 2013, University of Cambridge researchers David Whitebread and Sue Bingham found that the core foundations of how you handle money, self-control, planning ahead, the ability to delay gratification are largely in place by around the age of 7 years old. Before you'd earned a cent, before you knew what money really was, the blueprint was already being drawn. Ethan isn't losing money as an adult. He's obeying a rule he was handed as a child, one he never agreed to and has never once questioned. Now the darker turn. Have you ever quietly wrecked something right before it could succeed? Missed the deadline, picked the fight, spent the savings the week before the opportunity? Ethan finally gets a shot. A side business, real potential, and 2 weeks in he stops answering emails and lets it die. He'll say he lost motivation. That's not what happened. In 1978, psychologists Stephen Berglas and Edward Jones documented something they called self-handicapping. In their experiments, people facing a test that might expose their limits would actively choose an obstacle beforehand. Even a drug they were told would hurt their performance. Why? Because if you fail with an excuse, the failure isn't about you, it's about the excuse. That's the trap. As long as Ethan never gives it everything, he never has to learn what he's actually worth. Staying broke is painful, but it's a pain he already knows, and the brain will always choose familiar pain over unknown truth. But even self-handicapping isn't the bottom. There's one more layer, and it's the one you built with your own hands. Notice something about your own life. Every time you get close to more money, more stability, does something inside you pull back? Not the world stopping you. You. Ethan has hit the same income 3 times in 10 years. Every time he climbs above it, he finds a way back down. A bad purchase, a quit, a bad luck he arranged. He calls it a curse. It's a thermostat. Because deep down, Ethan believes people like us don't get to have that person. And the mind cannot tolerate holding more than it believes it deserves. So it corrects. Clantz's research found this isn't just a feeling. Money avoiders tend to earn less and hold lower net worth. The belief and the bank balance match. This is the cruelest part. Ethan isn't failing to get rich. He's succeeding perfectly at staying exactly where his childhood decided he belongs. So here's the thing that changes everything. You were never lazy. You were never bad with money. Every piece of it. The account you won't open, the raise that vanishes, the shot you quietly killed, the ceiling you keep hitting, it's all one thing running underneath. A program written by a frightened child to keep you safe in a world that felt unstable. It did its job. It kept you small, because small felt survivable. And here's what hands the power back. A program written can be rewritten. The child made that rule with no say in it. The adult watching this right now does have a say. The moment you can see the script running, name it, catch it in the act, it stops being your identity and starts being a choice. You don't have to fight yourself, you just have to stop obeying a rule you never agreed to. You were never broken, you were loyal to a version of you that doesn't exist anymore. If this changed how you see your own patterns. The next one to watch is on the specific money beliefs that keep smart people poor. The exact scripts running behind the ceiling. It's in the playlist below. What's the one money rule your family handed you that you never questioned? Tell me in the comments.